Hello and welcome. I hope you're safe and well. In today's exciting episode, we take a look at my sewing patterns for dresses. Most of them are fabulous vintage ones, but there's also some present day dresses in there as well.
It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect jacket.
So today I spent my sewing time working on the grey felt jacket with the flower shaped beads on it, adding so last time you saw it, it had the bottom layer. I finished the whole first layer of beading, and then I sort of go over the top. This is me showing you the beautiful beads. I've got a couple of really gorgeous sort of gem cut beads. They're so beautiful. And I've also put strings of seed beads over the top. I've got 3 different grey seed beads, and so you can see down the bottom, as well as some really thin bugle beads, which are annoying because they're so thin I have to use a different needle. But anyway, so as fun as that is, it's not terribly cinematic. So I thought for this video I would get out my dress patterns. There are a few that I've used, like this Empire line one here, this Simplicity one, fabulous pattern. I've made quite a few dresses out of, at least 5 or 6 dresses out of that one. It's gorgeous. So I thought we'd just sort of go through them. And yeah, I've got a lot of vintage ones as well. I feel like this skirt's a little bit short, but I bought it because it's also got a hat, and I probably wouldn't make either the dress or the hat. But, you know, you get 2 things with it. This one is so chic. Sometimes I buy patterns just because, you know, they look so good. This one looks amazing, but I've seen on a few other sewing channels people have made it, and the collar looks super, super big. So if I do get around to making that, I will make the collar a little bit smaller. This one is beautiful, and the black and white version with the full skirt reminds me of Sabrina, the old version with Humphrey Bogart and Audrey Hepburn, the dress that she wears in that. It's so pretty. Oh, this red dress, I'll have to find another pattern because there's 2 that I have to show you. But this boho one, I really like it, but it's got a zip in it. And I'm like, if you're going to wear a boho dress, don't you want it to just be a little bit baggier and not have a zip in it? Because, yeah, I feel like having it fitted is kind of defeats the purpose. This one, I love the top of it, but I feel like the skirt is a little bit short, so I'd probably lengthen the skirt on that one. There's nothing wrong with short skirts at any age. I think they're fabulous. Next pattern is for a fit and flare dress. The pattern that I show you next is actually nicer. Yeah, I prefer this one. It's just, I don't know, something, I like the sleeves about it, I think, and I'd probably like the longer one, but without a bold print. Either a small print or just plain colour. I've made this dress, the sleeveless version I made, and I made it in black. It's blue and white here, but I made it in black, and it looked like a breakfast at Tiffany's dress. It was really nice. This one I love, and I love the pockets. They're really, really cool. But the skirt, I felt like when I actually made it up, the skirt wasn't big enough. And also because I have small shoulders, it just didn't sit right. I think it looks good if you've got regular shoulders or broad shoulders. You would have the perfect body shape for that dress. This is a Mummy and Me one. I've got a couple of ones where you get like the adult size as well as the girl sizes. This one, I like the sleeves sort of on that one. This red one, I've got another one that I actually made. So I really like the red one. I like in the vintage shot, I like the red one. And this one here, I made the middle one. It's white in the picture, but I made it in this floral that's sort of a grey blue, white and black. And it sounds kind of hideous, but it's really pretty floral. And it's such a flattering dress. I definitely, if you're sort of on the fence about that dress, that pattern, I would definitely recommend it. It's a good one. It's a little fiddly, but it's a nice pattern. And then these are some modern ones. I haven't got around to any of these ones yet. They're all fitted with zips in them, and I just prefer pullover dresses because, I don't know, they're just easier to make and easier to wear. Like, you can just put loads of layers underneath them if it's cold, or you can just, if in the warmer weather, you can just wear it really baggy. And these are cute. I love the way the sort of red and teal one, I love the way they've used the border print in that. I think that's really cool. But again, I think the V is really low, so just for me personally, so I'd wear a long sleeve top underneath it. This one, I just think this is the cutest dress. If you made it a little bit longer, so a couple of inches longer, and made a matching bolero, it would be very Dior New Look or jacket. This one has cap sleeves and a mandarin collar, so they're not the most flattering elements, but I thought it was cute anyway, and I like the pink dress that she's wearing. And this one here, it's so weird. The bodice is just this big bit of fabric, and it gathers up, and the bit that goes, the shoulder straps tie in the back, and it's like this big ribbon, and it's just really weird. I would stitch it all together and not have it just be randomly gathered. But it's an interesting pattern. This one is just beautiful. But I feel like you probably have to buy a special bra for that. And I'm like, if I can't wear a t-shirt bra with it, then I probably would never wear it. This one, I like these patterns. They're Depression era though, so the skirt is quite a lot shorter. It's just everything was made with the least amount of fabric during that era. So I'd probably lengthen it a little, but I like them in general. And this shirt dress, I just think it's one of the prettiest shirt dresses that I've ever seen. I still haven't made it, but I do use the sleeves when I'm making some other dresses. This one is also pretty. That sort of yellowy one at the top is the one that I want to do out of that one. But yeah, they're both really pretty. And this is just another vintage one from the 1950s. Again, I think I'd lengthen the skirt a little. I don't know what they have with knee level and just above knee level. This one is just a simple swing dress. And that shirt, I wanted to make, you know how I do the dresses with all the layer cake skirts? Well, I was going to make a layer cake dress with a shirt top, and I was going to use one of these two shirt patterns as the bodice, and then with the skirt, it was just going to be layers of all different coloured fabrics. And this one on the left, I have some rayon fabrics, and I was thinking about turning them into dresses. That's why I got that pattern that's suitable for floaty fabric. But I've decided that I'm going to use my rayon fabrics. This red fabric in the background is rayon or viscose, and I'm going to use them as linings for some of my non-fitted jacket or less fitted jackets. The Chanel style or French jacket ones that are really structured, I'm still going to use the silk to line those ones, but the other short sleeve and the looser fit jackets, I will use up all my rayons lining those, and that way it's better than, because I just really like cotton dresses, and these are some more. I like this one at the bottom here. It reminds me of that 1939 vintage Vogue pattern, and so I really like that. I've done this one. I love the big pockets in it. I actually made this in pink with white polka dots. I made it in a wine colour, and I made it in a rose floral one. This one's adorable, but again, the sleeves are off the shoulders. Yeah, and I'm not a fan of dresses where you need a special bra to wear it. This one's adorable. I think it's got bits of elastic under on your rib cage under the arms. I'm not sure how comfortable that would be. This one's just a nice office wear dress, and I thought that was a good base pattern, this bright yellow one. and you could, again, I'd lengthen the skirt, but it's really nice. This one, I've seen quite a few YouTube sewers make this one, and it's really good. It looks really comfortable, and it's got massive pockets in it. So I think I'd probably make the sleeveless one and the longer length, not the shorter length. This one, I just think it's really pretty because I prefer pleats to gather. And yeah, I just think it's just a really pretty bodice, and I like the way that it's pleated. And I like the two different tones that they use on the picture for that pattern there. And then these ones, that's a mommy and me one, but I like this top right hand one. It's just a pullover dress all in one, and these are those apron dresses. They're really weird. I would rather just wear a pullover dress and not try and get an apron dress on, because you always they sit on the coat hanger weird. And yeah, anyway, but if you like doing those walk away dresses, then that's probably a good one. This one I like. It's like a smock, but I would probably make it a little bit longer and like dress length. So yeah, this one, it's just a nice simple dress, but I do the version with the straight hem, not the high-low one personally. This is apparently the most popular Vogue dress pattern, and I did a version where I just did the top and I turned it into like a kimono style jacket, and it was really cute in a green and white fabric. It's really pretty. This dress, her pink sequin dress, I think that's so pretty. I kind of want exactly that dress because it's so pretty, and I don't have any sequin dresses, but I know if I bought sequin fabric, I'd be like, oh, I could make 2 or 3 jackets, and then I could, just bead them all differently. So I haven't bought 3 yards of sequin fabric, but I'm tempted. And these doll clothes, they're so cute. And if you made tiny little jackets, then it wouldn't take as long to bead. And that's just a bunch of different sleeves. I think it's a good pattern to have. And I've done one of these hats, the cap in the middle there. I did that in an aqua Chanel tweed, and it turned out really well. The seam allowance is a bit weird though, so you have to read the pattern when you're making it. And then I got this hat one. I haven't used this one, but it just seemed like a good pattern to have. And I tend to only buy patterns when they have those sales where, buy 5 for this amount of money or buy 10 for this amount of money. So I end up getting some patterns that I actually want to make right away, and then other ones I'm like, maybe if I have 100 years, I might get around to this one. And this is, I guess this must be a costume or something, like some Celtic costume, but I like all the bag ones in that one. And these are walkway dresses, or this one on the end, it's just the front of the dress and the back of the dress, and then you button them together at the side. I just think that's a lot of buttonholes to make and a lot of buttons to sew on. Can't you just sew up the seams? And these two are walkaway dresses. I just like, with the walkaway dress, you basically make a dress with no side seams, and then you wear 2 halves of a skirt. And I just feel like if you sewed the side seams up, your skirt would be so much fuller. Which begs the question, why buy the pattern if you refuse to accept the premise of the design? So, but anyway, I have them. And I've done that jacket on the right there, but I haven't done the dresses. I love that green 1960s dress. I really want to make this. Love both these patterns. Love the 2 versions on this one. It's a 2-part dress, so it's a skirt and a separate shirt, and there's 2 different shirts. And then this pattern here, it's got this big full skirt, and it's an absolute nightmare to cut out because it's basically a circle skirt, but it's 3 tiers. and there's sections where it's just a plain circle skirt and then other sections where it's divided into three. So it's an absolute nightmare to cut out the pieces. But once you've finally cut out these massively awkward, weird pieces, then it's quite straightforward to sew it together. This pattern, I'm pretty sure I just bought it because I like that handbag. I mean, I like it's supposed to be a jacket. It's a shirt. And this middle one, well, green is my favorite color. But I think the illustration makes it look so cool, but it's actually just a strapless dress with these two bits of floating fabric that you're supposed to throw over your shoulder, like they're scarves that are attached. It's a bit weird. And I love the skirt on that one, the floral one. Only a few more to go. Oh, I love that Depression era one on the left there. And this pink one, I don't know. I think you get the head piece as well as, oh, yeah, this is me just, yes, it is in fact Depression era. But again, I'd lengthen the skirt. This one, I think you get the head piece and the pink dress. These two patterns are both quite similar, but I think the pink and black one, that pattern, has slightly better design lines. And then lastly, we have a few more vintage Vogue ones. This one, I'm not sure that I'll make it, but I thought it was pretty chic. It's a good one to have. So sometimes, I don't know, it was interesting, and I don't have any other pattern like it. This vintage shirt dress, I love it. I absolutely love it. I really want to make that one. And this one, it's so chic. I think I'd make it with a full skirt rather than that fitted skirt. And this one is supposed to be in the jackets. It's historical jacket, but I do like that skirt. It's very pretty. And yeah, I want to sort of just the bodice of that dress, I want to turn into a jacket. It's so chic, and I just think it'd make a really good jacket. Anyway, that's it. I do have other dress patterns somewhere, but those are the ones that were near my desk. And yeah, it's an interesting assortment, and I will get to some of them eventually. Oh yeah, I really want to make a shirt dress that's got a layer cake skirt. But for now, I think I might do a little bit more beading on this jacket. I spent all my sewing time today working on this jacket, and I feel like you can't really tell. Like you can see that like there were no beads in this corner last time you saw it, but it kind of looks like a big old mess because they're when it's sitting up on the mannequin, they'll fall down and you'll be able to see them. But at the moment, yeah, it does look a little bit messy, but it's going to be awesome once it's done. But it's going through that very ugly phase at the moment. It's adolescence, but it's going to end up being really beautiful. I have faith in the design process and the construction process. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've been inspired to get out your patterns. If you don't have any patterns, then you can download them for free. I know Mood Fabrics, the fabric store in New York City, has a free pattern section, so you can download them, print them out, stick them together and make something. If buying patterns isn't your thing, then you could give that a go. They have sort of pictures of people who've actually made the dress and why they like it. So I think it's a really good site. It's really helpful if you aren't quite sure whether you don't want to buy something that won't suit your body type, or you want to know what's difficult about the pattern before you download something. I think that might be good to give that one a go. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and happy sewing.